Hey, it is Nicola, and I just wanted to come to you live today. It's a Saturday, and I don't normally work Saturdays here in Australia. It's in the afternoon in the States, and I had a message from one of my clients who's about to launch a really awesome signature program, and we were chatting about, on chat, about some stuff that other people have said. Now, here's the thing that pisses me off. I don't really care what someone else will tell you won't work. If you think that it will work, and if you have got a strategy and if you have got a system that you are working within and somebody else has had experience and has had results within that system, then trust in that process. There are a ton of people out there who will say to you, oh, well, that's not going to work. And yeah, no, maybe don't do that. And how about instead of doing that, you should just go and do this? Well, I say a big fat hell no to the people who dare to give you an opinion. Hey, Venus. Hey, Donna. Who dare to give you an opinion on whether or not something will work for you. Now, this is what happened. So this lady is she's all excited about this program that she's building. It's going to transform, I know, so many lives, and it's really freaking amazing. Yeah. So we've got all the structure down. We've got the process down. We know exactly how it is that she's going to get it out there and exactly how it is that she's going to market it. We know the transformation that she is giving to her people. Now, she just so happened to be part of another coaching program. Hey, Jacko. She happened to be part of another coaching program before coming and working with me, which is, pretty common, really. And my thing is this. So many people will put limits on your success. They will put limits on what you might be able to get out of stuff. They might put limits on what they believe is possible. But that is bullshit because it has nothing to do with you and your ability, right? So this is what happened. So she went back to this other place because she needed some help with tweaking a particular thing that she was doing. And they said, that will never work. You cannot charge that price on a webinar. You can't offer that on a webinar. It's not going to work. It's not proven. Won't happen. Won't work. And so this poor lady is messaging me today going what the hell am I going to do? I'm really scared. I'm afraid that this isn't going to work. What if it doesn't happen? Oh, and they also said people won't buy from cold traffic from Facebook. Well, $4 million in sales in 4 years proves otherwise, but whatever. And clients who have got results from webinars, from cold traffic, from Facebook, it freaking works when you do it properly and you follow the freaking process, right? This is for you. It pisses me off and I don't think it's okay. Now, rather than, sorry, we're a bit wobbly because ranty. Yes, there are things that may not work. Now, the other part of this, right, is that there are people who are putting their own bullshit beliefs about what may or may not be possible on stuff. Don't accept it. Put yourself into a bubble because that has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. Now, the disclaimer on this is you've got to be able to provide the transformation and the results that you are selling. You have got to be able to feel it in your body and be able to actually, hi Dom, you're in the kitchen. Get off the phone. You should be cooking. If you can stand there with your feet firmly planted on the ground and say with absolute volition and with intention and feel it, like I talked about alignment yesterday, if you can feel it, then you will get clients and people will buy from you if they are seeing the value. Now, if you can't do that, then that's another story. You've got to go to something different. There are various different methods that work. Ascension models do work. Tripwires do work. Going into a high price program does freaking work. So find somebody that you can learn from who can help you do the thing that you want to do. And then the next thing that you need to do is put the blinkers on and focus on the end game. Focus on what it is that you need to do. So I took some time to actually ring this lady this morning because, I got a bit cross, not at her, but at the other people because I'm stop doing this, right? So I got on the phone to her and I said, what sport do you play? Now, like we used a badminton analogy, but if you think about it from baseball, right? Dom, my husband, plays baseball. So like if you have got the bases loaded, right? And you're coming in last to bat and it's the last dig and you know that you've got to bring those people home because you're 3 runs down. Yeah. You can't be worried about, hey, Gerda, you can't be worried about what the other team is doing. You can't be worried about anything else. You can't be sitting there thinking like, oh shit, what if I strike out? What if I miss? What if I do all of this shit? That's where all your bullshit self-talk kicks in. How about instead of that, you focus on the job at hand and you dig deep, you put those blinkers on, you get yourself grounded and you just freaking go for it. Now, yeah, you might not hit, and that's okay. But the point is that you cannot be focused on what may or what may not happen. It's living in the non-existent future, and you need to be focused on the job in front of you and the job at hand, okay? So there you go. Whew. So now that I have got that off my chest, thank you so much. I am going to go and get back into my Saturday batch cooking because, yay. Thank you, Gerda. I'm glad it's making sense. So that is it from me. Don't worry about what anybody else is doing. Stop asking for opinions from people who are not going to buy from you, who you are not really taking at, if you're paying for advice from someone and you know that they've had results in what you're doing, then freaking take the advice and don't worry about what anybody else is saying to you. Don't worry about their limiting bullshit about what they think is possible or what is not possible. Focus on you and what you're here to do. All right? Mwah. Loads of love, and I'm sure I'll talk to you soon. Okay.